Today I'll show you how to install another hard drive into your laptop. Let's go! So here we have the laptop. Of course, we'll need to first begin with flipping the laptop over. To access the hard drives, you'll need to open up the service compartment of your laptop. On this Acer laptop, it's located here. They may be located on different places on different laptops, and some laptops, like small laptops, doesn't have a service compartment. In that case, you'll need to open up the entire back case of the computer, which means remove all the screws. But for most computers, we'll have a service compartment. We'll remove the 3 screws keeping this in place, and then we will open it up. There we have the last one. And we can now carefully pry this open here. Like that. And we can put it to the side. And here we have the empty hard drive compartment. Now this computer already uses an SSD, an M.2 drive right here. But we will of course input another hard drive into this system right here. So here we have the hard drive of choice, and we're going to install it there. If you'll just insert it, you will kind of see that while we can have it here, it's kind of a little bit loose like this, and that is absolutely not acceptable. What you can do, or should do, is to have one of these. This is a little tray that we can put the drive in, and it will put it more securely inside this space. So we will put our hard drive into this one. But let's say you don't have one of those cases and you will not want to go and buy one, and you'll use your hard drive anyways. Well, while I don't recommend this, I'm going to show you how to do the best you can. Here we have some packing foam, and I've cut up some special pieces from this packing foam. What we will do is to have one of these little here, so it kind of rests securely and gets into level. Then we're going to put a little smaller one on this side, and one on this side, and lastly we'll put the big piece here and make sure it sits firmly and it can't move around too much. Now this is absolutely not the best or recommended solution, but there you go. That's how I did it before, but now I finally got one of these trays, so I shall use it. Right, take the little tray and put the drive securely in it. Then we'll have 4 screws, so 2 on each side. So just fasten all of the 4 screws like this, and I'll do the rest of them like that. You may buy these little trays from a hardware store, online, or even you can recycle them from an old laptop, like I did for this one, for example. And now we have this little tray, connect it up like that, and push it down. And now you can see it lays much more securely, but even though I have this little tray, it's not perfect, but it's better. So I'm going to complement with my little foam here. Like that, so we have a much less chance of it actually disconnecting itself if the computer takes a hit. But very nice, it lays firmly and nice. So now we have successfully installed this little drive. Now we may just put back this panel, put the screws in again, and we are done with inserting this hard drive.
And of course, to actually use the disk, maybe you'll use it yourself or someone else will use it, you will need to go to Disk Management, and you right click on the Windows icon and you just click Disk Management. Alright, so here you can see we get this little prompt, initialize disk, and if you get this little prompt, you of course need to select something. Now MBR is pretty ancient. GPT is the kind of new one and is required for most new drives, but if you're going to use this on a really old Windows system, you might change it to MBR, but generally GPT is the way to go for basically everyone. Should just select OK. Now the disk is initialized, and to start using this you'll need to right click on it and select new simple volume. Here you get this nice little wizard. So we'll just click next, and if this is a regular hard drive, max this out. If it's an SSD, remove about 10% from this, so you'll have 10% unallocated space minimum, or 20%, and your SSD will live longer. But for HDD, use all the space. Click next. You can assign a letter to the drive. You can select any letter you want. Don't do anything with this information there, just go to the next one and format this volume using ntfs, exfat. You can use it on some other systems as well, like Mac, but ntfs is the regular normal thing that you want to have for Windows drives. Now, allocation unit size, if you're going to have only media files or something on this one, you can set it to the maximum, otherwise just keep it on default. Default is best for most people. And then you can of course name the volume something. I'm going to call this Magasinet, because why not? So now you can select to not do a quick format, but you might as well do a quick format. If it would fail, try to uncheck it, but it usually doesn't fail, like ever. So just do quick format and click next. And then just finish. And congratulations, this is formatting, and now it's all right. So we can actually browse this drive now and use it normally. It's completely fantastic. You successfully initialized the drive and you can now, I don't know, use it.
And if you kind of have problems booting, you might need to go into BIOS. On screen when you start your computer, it prompts you to press a special key to get into BIOS, and you go into there and you change the boot order. If you, for example, have an old Windows install or something on one of the hard drives you inserted and you haven't cleaned the drive prior to installing them, like we did in this video, then if you do that, you'll just change the boot order, and you'll need to do what we did earlier with cleaning the drives afterwards if you have a operative system on those drives already. And there we can see we have all our 3 drives working as perfectly. Fantastic, everything works. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I hope this tutorial has been useful for you. And if it was, please leave a like and do comment if anything below the comments. If you have any questions or new videos you want to see. In any case, do stay tuned, that means subscribe, and I'll see you in future videos. This is your host, Gmodism, signing out.